Bitch.
Welcome back, Bestie.
Welcome back to Bookworm Besties. We are changing some things up because we realized together, but apart, we're exhausted. And this has
Because we're
stopped being
besties
fun.
that we got on the same page. What had happened
Yeah.
was
Mm-hmm.
I almost fell asleep. What
Yeah.
had happened was I almost fell asleep while we were recording the podcast last time because I hated that book. And I did not want to do a whole book review of it like we were in college. So I started thinking with my little
Yeah.
noggin. I started thinking, how are we gonna make this podcast better to where it's more high energy and I'm not like, I hate my life right now. And so,
Yeah.
starting with Pen Pal,
Yeah.
we will change it up.
Yeah. So, however, loved the Paradise Problem. I thought it was adorable. Um, Again, not every book is for everybody. Obviously, we're not going to agree on everything, no matter how long we've been best friends. um, but at the end of that, I was just like, man, this took forever. Like, I loved the book. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I was so tired of talking about it. I was like, if I have to
Took
talk about
so
another
long to
book
get
this
through.
long, so
It took
long,
so
and
long
then
to get through, and I had to read that book
mhm,
twice already.
yeah. Yeah. Well, then also it just reading the books for the podcast started being more like a chore for me because I was going through and highlighting and writing everything down and like, oh, this will be a good thing to talk about. This will be a good thing to talk about. Like, gotta mention this. So it just got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to read these books anymore because I gotta make all these stupid notes. So we're not doing that way anymore. Um, But today we're going to talk about Pen Pal, like abs and only abs. I was trying to find the whole book. Pen Pal by J.T. Geissinger? I don't know, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ma'am, if I pronounced your last name wrong. I didn't look it up before we started. But anyways, I suggested this book to Rileigh, what, last year? Year before? I feel like
It was last year,
it was last year. Okay. Because a friend of
because I'm
mine had
pretty sure
suggested
that
it
you suggested
to
it
me.
for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I
For the
was like,
podcast or before?
yep, no, I think it was for the podcast. Or maybe you
Oh.
suggested it before the podcast, and I was like, because I wasn't super into reading at the time. Like I had like a little lull in
Oh.
reading that we've already talked about.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think for the podcast, or like while we were on the podcast on a different episode, I'm pretty sure that we ended up talking about Pen Pal. And I went into Pen Pal
Mm-hmm.
blind. Like
Yeah.
I did not look up spoilers. I don't remember my first reactions, because I think
Mm-hmm.
that was I read it while I was in the midst of like
Oh, yeah.
having fight or flight in my marriage. And
Yeah.
so um my reread, though I'm not going to have genuine first reactions because I remembered stuff in the book, but I do
Mm-hmm.
remember like reading it a little bit. But I did go in blind. I didn't look up
Mm-hmm.
spoilers. Um,
Yeah.
I can also tell you I did look up ratings
Mm-hmm.
on Goodreads, but I didn't go into depth on the spoilers.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that hate this book, and I am not one of
Um,
them.
I'm not either. I'm not surprised that there's a lot of people that hate this book. It does have like a weird twist at the end.
Hmm.
Which I like. I've got a friend and
Spoilers,
she
spoilers,
suggested,
spoilers. There
yeah,
will be
I'm not,
spoilers,
there
spoilers.
will be spoilers. So if you don't want this to be ruined for you,
Come back after you read it.
come back after you read it. If you want to go in blind like we did when we first read the book, um,
I
You
do
won't be,
highly
I don't think you'll
suggest,
be disappointed.
no, I do highly suggest going in blind.
Hmm.
There
Yeah.
are some trigger things in there
Hmm.
that we
There
can
are.
say. Um,
Yeah.
like there's some things that should have been triggered on a trigger warning sheet that was not on a trigger sheet. Um,
I think I think this author puts her trigger warnings on her website for
okay,
each book.
okay.
If I am remembering correctly. I think she puts it on her website. I'm not sure. Because I don't
I can
read
find out. Hold on.
trigger warnings. I probably should. But I don't. I just go
Oh my
blind.
God.
Yeah, don't make me fall over, dude.
I'm going to. Every time my phone vibrates, it falls.
Um,
So that's lovely.
yeah. That's why mine's on do not disturb all notifications.
Okay, hold on. Let me find this.
Okay. Um,
Where would it
so I was just
be?
pulling it up. So a friend of mine
Oh,
suggested this
how is your
author.
last name pronounced? Geissinger,
Oh, okay.
like a male vocalist.
Geissinger. Okay. A Geissinger. Perfect. That answers that question. But my friend suggested this
Oh,
author to me.
hold on.
What?
I'm finding out a whole bunch of stuff. Where
I
can I
know.
talk
I've
to
got.
other readers about pen pals?
Oh.
Join the decompression group on Facebook to ask questions, share opinions, and vent. That's how
Oh.
controversial pen pal is. There's a whole decompression group on Facebook about it where people can go and
Interesting.
share their thoughts and vent.
Yeah. Interesting. But my friend suggested JT Geisinger um to me as an author, and I had read some other stuff that she's written. And then this one came up on, I want to say it was like suggested to me on TikTok, or maybe Kindle Unlimited was like, you, here's a new book from one of your authors that you've read or whatever. And so I did. My friend, however, did figure out what the twist was going to be. And I was like, how? How did you figure that out? Because I did not. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Okay,
I don't know.
so there is the trigger warnings on the website where it's
The website.
explicit language, graphic sex slash power play dynamics, detailed
Hmm.
descriptions of death and grief,
Hmm.
miscarriage. I thought that said marriage, and I said that is a trigger warning for sure.
Oh.
No, um, miscarriage, domestic violence, and mental illness. And I do have thoughts about these triggers. Um,
Hmm.
so we can get into it here in a little bit because I did not feel like some of these things were depicted correctly when
Mm,
we got to the end of the book. But let's start at the
yeah.
beginning where
The end of the book had me cackling. Like, can I just
me too.
say that before we get there? I was cackling. I thought it was hilarious how it ended.
Um,
But anyways,
Also kind of sad though because
yes, sad but funny.
like okay, so
Let's get into it.
there
Okay.
is there is a lot of explicit language. There is graphic sex and power play
Mhm.
dynamics. I
Mhm.
don't like the nicknames where he called her Bunny
Oh.
and he was
Oh
Lion.
yeah.
All that did
Yeah.
was remind me of Twilight, like, and it
Yeah,
really
it
took me
always
out of the book.
like it gets to the point where it's like it all comes back to Twilight, like at this point. All these
I know,
romance
right?
books,
And
all like
I understand that it was the lamb and the lion, I think, in Twilight,
The
but
Lion and the
Bunny and
Lamb.
Lion,
Mhm.
yeah, Bunny and the lamb, or Bunny and the lion still just, it just takes me to Twilight. The nickname situation
Yeah.
really took me out of the story.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. But here, let's before we get into the book, um, let me tell you guys about JT Geisinger. She is a New York Times best-selling author of 35 novels and novellas. Her books have sold over 20 million copies worldwide and been translated into more than 24 languages. She is the recipient of the Prism Award for Best First Book, the Golden Quill Award for Best Paranormal/Urban Fantasy, and the Holt medallion for Best Erotic Romance. Her most popular standalone book is Pen Pal. It has over 220,000 ratings on Goodreads, where it has a 4.11 star rating. There's a lot of mixed reviews on this one. I'd probably give it like a 3.5, 4 stars. What about you?
I would do 4 stars.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the
Yeah.
twist. I enjoyed the book. Um,
Hmm.
so I would say 4 stars. I will say it has like 4 stars for or 4 peppers for spicy because those scenes were graphic.
Ooh, yes, they were.
Ooh.
And like the first graphic scene is like within the first 100 pages. Like she came out swinging.
It's in the first 20 chapters, yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's
Like I
within
said,
the first 20 chapters.
yeah, like the first
Um,
100 pages. I want to like when I was reading, I was skimming through it again on Kindle Unlimited, and it was like within the first 100 pages on Kindle Unlimited. So I
yeah,
was like, ooh,
yeah. So
ooh.
are you, did you get to the end of the bio for the author?
Yes, that is it. And then my next card says, "Baby, let the games begin."
So on
Because it
Pen
gets
Pal, on her
weird.
website, it does, yeah. On her website, this is the description of the book, and this is where my problems start. Okay? Because I do have
Okay.
problems with this book. I liked it. I did enjoy reading it, and I enjoyed reading it the second time. And
Mm-hmm.
I would probably read it again, to be honest. Like it will be on my list of
Yeah.
things that if I'm in a slump or something, I'll read it again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it says the first letter arrived the day my husband was buried. It was postmarked from the state penitentiary and contained a single sentence. I'll wait forever if I have to. It was signed by Dante, a man I didn't know. Out of simple curiosity, I
Ooh.
wrote back to ask him what exactly he was waiting for. His reply, you. I told the
Ooh.
mystery man he had the wrong girl. He said he didn't. I said we'd never met, but he said I was wrong. We went back and forth, exchanging letters every week that grew increasingly more intimate. Then one day the letters
Oh.
stopped. When I found out why, it was already too late. Dante was at my doorstep, and nothing on
Oh
earth could have
no.
prepared me for what happened next.
Dun
Now
dun
here's
dun.
here's my problem with this. The whole pen
Yes.
pal aspect of it didn't really go any further than like 5 letters.
Yeah.
But the pen
But
pal aspect did come into play during the seance.
yeah.
Because when Claire was like, "You have letters from a ghost,"
Yeah. Yeah.
so the letters did come into play. I mean, they circled back to him, and it worked out. But like, I will say for a book that's described as pen pal as like it all began with just one line, like there wasn't really a lot of pen pal
Mm.
happening.
Yeah, that's true. That's that is true. I don't disagree on that because then yeah, the letters weren't like I feel like if it needed to be a pen pal situation, it's gonna be more than 5 letters back and forth and then oh, here's this man on your doorstep. Like, I don't
And
know.
that's not even what happened anyway. Like that's not even how it went down. Um,
Yeah.
so
That's how you write a good hook to get people to read your book, I guess.
yeah, and to make sure that the twist stays hidden. Okay, so an
Yeah.
issue that other people had was also the pen pal
Mhm.
thing, where the pen pal thing really didn't come into play. However, I feel like it did circle back to the plot point. So
Mhm.
I will excuse that. But another thing people had an issue with is
Mhm.
that it's described as a romance book with a happily ever after.
Mhm.
Now, do you
Hmm.
think that would you
Hmm.
describe this as a romance book with a happily ever after?
Um,
Like, what are your thoughts?
depends. I guess it would depend on what you're counting as a happily ever after, right? Like, is it two people who ride off into the sunset and love and whatever? Or is it two people getting revenge? and tormenting someone for all of eternity. What do you think happily ever after is?
Okay, now I don't know how far in that goes with the torturing for someone for all of eternity, but they do end up together in the end.
They do end up together in the end. That is true.
Now, are they alive?
Are
No,
they alive or dead? They are not alive. They are ghosts.
they are not
Spoiler
alive.
alert. We already told you.
Spoiler.
We already
Um,
told you to stop. If you did not want a spoiler, you needed to stop 5 minutes ago before we got into
yes.
this.
So I consider this a happily ever after because
Yeah, that's fair. I think,
now
I
I don't know that they should have gotten revenge on her husband as he was
don't know.
schizophrenic. And that
I know, but
pretty terrible
hilarious.
for him to have a mental breakdown. Well, because he was stalking her.
Yeah,
And he had a mental breakdown and shot him and then drowned her. It was very violent, very
yeah,
inappropriate death. Like it was excessive on his part. And he does end up
yeah,
in jail. I just don't think that schizophrenia was as it's well, I mean, it was displayed accurately with the ideas of like the crazy. And not saying that people with schizophrenia are
yeah,
crazy. It's just like they do have beliefs of like in the book he thought that she was pregnant
yeah,
with broccoli aliens or something.
yeah.
Something
Yeah,
crazy.
I guess it's true. And also, I feel like um when I think about this book, I don't go back to thinking about how the husband had a mental illness and how he was schizophrenic. I just think about everything else
I
and
think about
how,
how
like,
there was bruises on her and pictures, which means he had been abusing her for quite some time. Now
yes,
whether that was the schizophrenia or him just being a narcissistic asshole is
yeah,
questionable.
right. So that's what I think about. Like, I don't think about the mental illness part of it at all. Like, I think about him being abusive and then murdering her and all the other things. Like, I don't know if, I don't know if you're wanting mental illness and whatever to have a prevalent, um, be a prevalent topic in your book. It did not stick with me
Well, and
that this
that's what
man
I'm
was
saying is
schizophrenic.
it wasn't described as accurately as I feel like schizophrenia could be described
Yeah.
as. Like
Mhm.
I'm not sure if she did any research on schizophrenia or if she has experienced it in her life. Um,
Mhm.
the author.
Yeah.
But it wasn't it really felt like she just picked something and was like, that fits my storyline. I'm going to use that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, maybe she didn't, and that's why it was kind of just sprinkled in there.
Yeah, because I need to know why
Um.
she thought that it was necessary to make him schizophrenic because
Yeah. It
men are
didn't have to
trash
be. Men are
75% of the
trash.
time. Like, you could have just made him an abuser.
You could
Like,
have. Well, then it
it
also is like
the schizophrenia didn't
going
have to
back.
be in there.
Yeah, it didn't have to be. Because like going back to like previous books that we've read, like The Perfect Marriage and The Perfect Divorce, like Adam didn't have any mental illness. He was just a terrible person. And so was the wife. Like those people don't have mental
Everyone
illnesses.
sucks in
They're
that
just
book.
terrible. They're just terrible. Um
That's what I'm
you don't have to
saying.
justify people's terrible behavior with
He didn't have to have
an
schizophrenia. He
illness.
could have just been a
Yeah.
trash person.
Yeah.
Um, I feel
For
like
sure.
so. I feel like the schizophrenia was an unnecessary detail, and I don't think it was described correctly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And she uses it to the advantage at the end whenever they go get revenge, and they're standing in
Mhm.
the corner, and Michael's freaking out because he can see them, and they
Yeah.
just keep repeating revenge, revenge, revenge,
Yeah.
revenge over and over and over. That's just playing more into his schizophrenia.
Yeah.
So he won't be competent to stand trial or anything. Uh,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
But
I was not a fan of the schizophrenia aspect of it. I don't think it was
yeah.
necessary. I think he could have just
Yeah.
been a trash person that beats his wife.
Yeah. There's plenty of men like that out there.
Yep.
We don't need to justify that with anything other than being a garbage person. Um, but yeah. So, what were you said you wanted to um you wanted to have some like typical bookworm bestie topics like would you date this male main character?
I wouldn't date Michael. Also
Well,
that
no.
name.
Michael.
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 Well, now we're going to have to tell that story.
Well, now we have to tell a story. Okay, so years ago, I don't know, it's been a while.
Years.
I think
It's been, oh my gosh, what year was that?
eh, I don't remember what year it was,
I think it's
but it
been
was
10
before
years
you were
already.
married. It was
No,
before
it's
you. It might have
been,
been 10 years.
I think it's been like 10 years.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it was before you were married. Anyways, we decided we wanted to go to a breakout room. And so my mom and my aunt, myself, Riley and her younger sister all went to one of those escape rooms. And we
And
thought
I
it
was
was
very
like,
sure that we were going to be in there by ourselves because there were so many of us already.
yeah, no, there were two others. It was this man who looked like he was there on business, and this lady who looked like she was a $2 hoe. Um,
We are not judging outfits. It was just, that was
we're
a very
not
short dress,
judging
okay? For a breakout,
outfits.
for
Yeah,
an escape room, it was
for
a
right,
very short
right. It
dress.
was it was like she was dressed to go to the clubs, and he was dressed to go to work. It was
It
just
was
like
odd. It was very
it was
odd.
weird. It was weird. And they were in the room with us, and she was not helpful. And if you don't know what an escape room is you go locked into this room. You don't have your phones or anything. And you have to figure out the clues to get out of the room before your like hour or whatever is up. I don't even remember. Did we get out of the room? I don't think we did.
No,
I don't
we couldn't
remember.
get out of the room with her screaming Michael every five
Oh my
seconds.
gosh. Like, she was like, literally, y'all, she would be like, Michael, Michael, we need to figure this out right now. Michael, Michael, figure it out.
And it was
Or you're
very clear.
fired. Or you're
Yeah,
fired.
it was very clear that this was like maybe a first, second date situation. Like they did not know each other. Okay. It was very clear.
It was so
And then they
bad.
kept talking about going back to his hotel room.
Yes.
It was a madness. And no, we
Yes, which
did
is
not
why
escape because we couldn't
we did, that's
concentrate.
right. We did not, because we couldn't concentrate. Like, your sister called that lady a bitch, and she was like, I'm sorry, you guys have known me since I was in diapers.
Yeah, when we
I was
left,
like,
like,
it's
oh
okay.
my gosh, I think my
We
sister
went,
was about to
we're
have
just
a
like,
meltdown.
what?
Like she couldn't handle it. Like she
Yes.
was like, I can't do this.
And
That
then we were
I just
like,
all I remember, I don't remember a whole lot about it except for her clapping and saying Michael over and over and over.
uh-huh.
The only other thing I remember is me and you making eye contact and we could not hold it together.
We could not. I just was like, if she claps and yells Michael one more time, I'm gonna lose my
And I
shit.
think I think me and you and my sister
And
and your aunt and your mom, we all just kept making eye contact, like side eyeing
we're
each
just
other,
like,
like,
what
what
is
did we
happening?
do? What did we
Like, what is
do?
happening right now? And this, anyways, it was terrible. It was so bad. It's a great memory to laugh at now.
So now, every time someone claps or
Anytime
we hear the
somebody,
name Michael,
I'm like, Michael,
that's the inside joke that we do. Michael,
Michael, you better
you're
get this
fired.
together.
Oh my God,
You're
it was
fired.
horrible. It was horrible.
It was so bad. And I was just like, if you look, I am a very competitive person. So if you're gonna
We
take
could
me
not
on a
be
date,
competitive in there. It was.
We could not. But
Oh
if
my God.
you're like, when it's low stakes like that, I'm like, whatever. But if we're playing a game, like, I will destroy you in some musical chairs, okay? But like, I've been known to like push people off of chairs and steal them. So just to like, my younger sister would stopped playing games with me and my younger brother because she would get so mad at how competitive we would get because she'd be like, it's not that deep, guys. Um, but I'm a very competitive person. So if you're gonna take me on a date to an escape room, you better know me really well, or else it's gonna get real awkward real fast, and you're gonna be stuck with me for an hour.
Okay, so I am
So
on
bad.
Reddit
Uh huh.
reading some other people's opinions on this.
Uh huh.
And someone said, and this is exactly how I feel, honestly, because they're
Okay.
very upset that it's listed as a dark romance. But I
Okay.
don't know
Yeah.
if you or anyone's ever read Haunting Adeline.
I have not. You
This
warned
is
me against that.
tame compared to this.
Yeah.
This is tame compared to that, and that's listed as
Yeah.
a dark romance. So let's be honest here.
Maybe it's like
Um,
light dark romance.
So they said that they're upset that it's listed as a dark romance and that it should be tagged as a thriller or suspense. And
Mm,
someone else said on Amazon it is
yeah.
tagged as mystery, suspense, thriller, but the author is best
Mm,
known for her romances. And so I don't know if people are confused or if it was posted somewhere as a dark romance or what, because I haven't looked into that. However, someone else said, I choose to see the ending as subjective. They are together for eternity, and now nothing and no one can come in between them. So, yeah, I will
yeah.
hex anyone who tries to tell me otherwise, which is exactly how I feel. They're together for eternity, whether it's
Yeah.
graphically having sex for all of eternity, as Bunny and Lion, or uh, whispering revenge at Michael over and over and over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I have to say their safe word is called it's cheesy. Like it's the word cheesy, and that is
Mhm.
cheesy to me.
Yeah. Let's see.
But honestly, the first time I read this, I was not expecting the ending. I really thought that
Yeah.
the little boy that was running around, the new family that moved into her house, I thought
Mhm.
that little boy that was running around that was part of the new family was her miscarried child. Like I thought that she was
Oh.
seeing her child, which she also
Yeah.
thought, well, maybe that's my child later on in the book, and then
Mhm.
we discover that it's not. That's not the case.
Yeah.
Um, and I
Well,
also I had my suspicions whenever the child saw her and started screaming bloody murder. Like I had my suspicions of,
yeah.
oh, this is not the child. Um, Also,
Yeah.
if you've
Well,
ever seen
like,
The Sixth Sense, then you kind of know, or The Others. Have you ever seen The Others with Nicole
yeah.
Kidman? So
I have
I
seen
love
parts
those
of both of
movies.
those movies.
You have not seen the whole movie
Of which one?
of The Others?
Mm, I know how it ends. I know how the
Okay,
others ends. I know how the Sixth Sense ends, but you were there when I tried
okay.
to watch the Sixth Sense for the first time and it didn't go.
Well, that
That's
happens. It
a
happens.
that's another
Um,
story for another
yeah,
time.
well, yeah, we'll get into that later. But uh, I do remember that. Uh, you are not a horror person, so,
I am not. I'm really not. Um,
and that's okay because I have
I
other friends who are.
I'm glad that you have other friends that are into that
I'd
weird
be forcing you to go
stuff
to
with
do
you.
things with me.
Absolutely not. There was what? Oh my gosh! When we were in London and they were trying to sell us tickets to go to like the London Dungeon or whatever,
Oh yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, that
and you were
sounds
like, "Yes, let's
awesome.
go," and I was like,
And you were like,
"Absolutely not, bro."
absolutely not. No,
I
we are
was
not
like,
doing
"I
this
can't do
today.
that."
And I was like, I can't go by myself. And so it was a, I mean, at least we went to the
Yeah.
tower one and all that stuff. But like, yeah, you were like, no.
Yeah. That like dungeon thing, because it was basically the way he was describing it. It was like a haunted house type thing,
It
just
was,
in the
yeah, that's what it was.
dungeon of London. Like,
Well, they were playing
Absolutely
off
not.
the dungeons. Yeah, they were playing off of the
Yeah.
dungeons in the Tower of London, having a prison
Yeah.
and all that stuff like that. They were playing off of all of that stuff, and so I got it
No,
sounding
thank you.
cool, but I totally understand that you're not into that. And I think we went
Yeah.
to, I think we went to a wax museum one time, and you were like, there was a little section that was a haunted house. Was that you, or was that one of my
Yes, it
friends?
was. Yes, we went to Madame Tussauds, also in London.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And because we got like
I've been in
joint
Branton
tickets with
too, so I'm trying to
mm,
remember.
I've also been to Madame Tussauds in LA and played in the ball pit pre-COVID. But
Nice.
um yeah, it was really fun. It overlooks
I was
Hollywood
like,
Boulevard. It was
because I'm trying to remember,
fun.
I was like, I've been to too many wax museums. And so I was like,
Hmm.
we went there. We did go there. And there was that one little
Yeah.
section that was like a haunted house that I walked through, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, the one in London had like a whole is like the horror section. If you don't want to go through the horror section, skip this. And I was like, bye. I'm gonna skip
Bait.
it.
And I
No,
went
thank
through
you.
it and I just kind of went around it. Um,
Yeah, we were just like, it
okay.
was fine. And I was like, well, that's great for you.
Yeah, so that's
Um,
fine. Like, so
yeah,
I
horror is not my
also,
jam.
yeah, I also want to get into like when we were reading the book, we're getting it from Kayla's
Hmm.
perspective for the most part
Hmm.
the whole time, except for when we
Yes.
get Aiden's. But I don't know that we get like too much of his at the beginning.
Yeah, no.
I think it's all her. And then
Hmm.
I listened to the duet, so now I'm trying to remember which chapters were his chapters.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but we find out at the end of the book because we're going through the motions with her, where she has to get an electrician and a roofer in her house because
Hmm.
her electricity is acting up, flickering and stuff. And so she
Yeah.
hires an electrician and she hires a roofer, and no one will call her back.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
And so I caught on pretty early that I thought like maybe she was being haunted. I thought maybe she was being haunted by Michael at first. And
Mm,
then later on, whenever she started having like memory lapses and like other things happening, I was like, okay, well, this
hmm.
is suspicious. And so,
Yeah.
have you ever seen um that movie Shutter Island?
Have I ever seen Shutter Island?
Yeah, with Leonardo DiCaprio. It's
No.
not a horror. It's a
It's a
mystery.
thriller, suspense, mystery thing.
Yeah, it
I
is.
have
Yeah.
not. I do. I kind of know about it, but
Okay,
um.
well, in that movie, he like creates his own reality, and everyone
Uh,
there just kind of goes along with it. And so I thought maybe that's
mm,
what she was doing. She created her own reality, which in a sense she kind of did
uh,
because
yeah,
she's dead. And
yeah,
so as we're
and she
reading through
doesn't
the book,
realize it.
yes, so as we're reading through the book, we have times overlapping where it's like we're going through when she first met Aiden,
Hmm.
like the little steps. And then
Yeah.
we're getting to where we're past that and it's towards closer to when they're going to die.
Hmm.
We find out that the guy sending the letters, Dante Alighieri, is actually he used that because of a conversation they had before they died,
Hmm.
whenever he was reading the Divine
Yes.
Comedy, which I have never actually read. Like
I
I know
haven't
about Dante's
either.
Inferno, but I've never actually like we weren't required to read this in school.
Yeah, that was not one that I had to read in school either.
So I have looked it up,
Hmm.
and it says it's written in three parts: Inferno, which is hell, hell,
Hmm.
purgatory, and paradise. Um, and so I this book kind of follows
Yeah.
that timeline.
Oh, because you listen to the book, right?
Yes. Did I miss
Okay,
something?
so this is like the first page of the book.
Oh, I can't see it. What's it say?
It says, "One Inferno, the path to paradise begins in hell, the Divine Comedy."
Okay. Okay, well
And then
that makes a lot of sense.
it separates from Inferno. Hold on. I don't know what page it separates into. But it separates like the last one is Paradisio. Oh. Two is Purgatory. Oh. Even in the grave, all is not lost. Edgar Allan Poe. So like this is Inferno. This amount of the book is Inferno.
Okay, and let me
This
guess,
amount
at
is
that end,
Purgatory, and this amount is Paradise.
okay, so that would have been nice to have read whenever they were
Yeah,
reading the book. If they could have read that page saying this is the part of the Inferno, this is the part of the, that
yeah.
would have been
And
lovely,
then
but you know,
the
whatever.
the quote for Paradise, it says, "Death is not extinguishing the light; it is only putting out the lamp because the dawn has come."
Yeah,
And
see?
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that person's name
Oh, okay.
that the
Um,
quote is attributed to. But just know that it is attributed to someone whose name I will not try to pronounce. No, no.
so the whole thing is, though, it's like I'm looking at Amazon, or not Amazon, Google right now because I had not
Mm-hmm.
read this Divine Comedy, and this
Me neither.
is, it's got the same themes, it's got the same like lineup, and so it says, Inferno is Dante's journey through the nine circles of hell, guided by Virgil, encountering the damned.
Mm,
Um, and it says Virgil represents human reason and classical wisdom, guiding Dante through hell and purgatory. And so I would say that
mm,
that's her working her way through, um,
yeah. Yeah.
figuring out she's dead.
Yeah.
So
I would agree.
Dante in the letters is kind of guiding her, and so is Fiona.
Yeah.
Also, people were pissed that there was multiple points of view because we had Kayla,
What?
and then we
Oh.
had Fiona,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had Aiden, and we also had
Yeah.
well, we didn't have Michael, we just Michael was in it.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, we kind of had Michael's point of view at the very
Um.
end whenever he was like seeing
Oh,
them in the
yeah, that's true.
corner. But it was really
That's
like
true.
a third party POV because we are seeing it like
Yeah.
we couldn't see them. We just know he was shouting at the corner. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, well, like basically the epilogue is like the notes and session recordings with the like the
Yeah,
mental
so it's like a video
health
or something.
doctor. Yeah. So, I love dual point of views. I love them.
I also didn't mind having a third party point of view where it's Fiona.
Mm,
People were
yeah.
pissed about a character that wasn't a main character popping in and having a point of view. And I was like, it was kind of necessary though, because we heard some stuff from
Yeah.
her that we would have never have known otherwise. Like, for example,
Right?
she died and then appeared back in the house a month later.
Yeah.
Like it took her a whole month for her to reappear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Fiona like gave us a little clue into that. And I don't know. I didn't mind Fiona's point of view. I kind of liked it. It was a nice little separation. And I feel
Yeah.
like it talks about like in purgatory
Dante?
Dante and Virgil climb the mountain of purgatory where souls are purified, and then paradise,
Mm-hmm.
Beatrice guides Dante through the nine celestial spheres of heaven, culminating in a vision of God. And so I don't know. I just feel like um, I thought it was a very interesting way to like line that up and have that
Mm-hmm.
be um, a anagram of
Yeah.
Aiden's name into Dante's name, which
Yeah.
I don't think I realized. I thought they were going to be the same person towards the end of the book, like as it kept going, but I didn't know that it was going to be an anagram of his name.
Yeah.
I also didn't know Voldemort was an anagram of Tom Riddle. So that's
I
me
didn't
not knowing
either.
anagrams. That's that's me.
I I would have to agree. I don't ever really pay attention to that or think about that because I didn't think know the Voldemort thing either until it got described until it was mentioned clearly in the book. Just like this.
Yes. So also I cannot um do those puzzles where you have to unscramble the words. I ain't doing
Oh,
that.
yeah. I can't do that really well either. I can't do that either. So, if you get the
Anyway,
physical
I
book, it
liked it.
does have a bonus chapter.
Like in addition to the epilogue?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Now with a brand new
lovely.
bonus chapter.
Hmm.
And it's
What's
got
the
a
bonus
man with
chapter
its
about?
abs out. You know, honestly, some mushy, mushy, lovey dovey crap is what it is.
Read the first line.
It's long past midnight. The room is dark and still. I'm lying on my back in bed. A thin sheet, my only cover as I stare up at the ceiling and listen to the winter storm gather strength outside.
Okay, I don't know that I had that.
Okay.
So I'm
Rain
gonna have to
thumps
read
on
that.
the roof. I met her a week ago. I've thought of nothing else since. Ah.
Oh, is it his is it his perspective?
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Yeah.
That was on the audiobook. I did hear that because that's when they first met for real for the first time in real life, not in.
Yeah. Give me the rest of your life, Kayla. I won't let you down. I promise I'll take care of you until the end of time. That would work on
Um,
me.
that would work on me too.
Okay, so here's
I
the author's
fear that
note.
would work. Hey, also, I fear I'll wait forever if I have to would work on me as well.
Oh my gosh,
So,
I agree. I agree. So here's the author's note at the end of the book. I've never cried writing a book as much as I did with Pen Pal, a sentiment I know a lot of people shared while reading it. So many readers have reached out to me to express their emotions about these characters and request more, specifically from Aiden's point of view. This bonus scene overlaps with Chapter 10, allowing a glimpse into what Aiden was thinking and feeling the night Kayla showed up soaking wet on his doorstep, seeking solace in his arms. And that is why we get the bonus chapter in the book now.
to get stuff to make me feel to match potatoes. Yum. Sounds amazing. Mm-mm. Thank you.
But yeah, and then this good sprayed edges. I'll wait forever if I have to.
So there's a deluxe edition coming out.
Oh,
I'm looking
I
at
love a good
the
deluxe edition.
pre-order. You know I do too.
I
It
don't. Oh my
says
gosh.
it is
Hold on.
$35.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. BRB. I'm going to show you your birthday gift because I didn't send you any
Yes.
photos of it. Hold on just a second.
Before you're back. Okay. Before you get into it, the book the deluxe limited edition that's coming out has designed stenciled edges, full color art on reverse of the dust jacket, all new full color illustrated end papers, a foil case
Ooh,
stamp, and expanded bonus material. So I did like this book
nice.
enough to buy a deluxe edition, and I probably will buy it.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
It's $35.
So that's not bad. Um, so
I'm
here
so
is your
excited. This is one of my favorite books.
So if you guys don't remember back in the beginning of our podcast, we read,
Into the
um,
beginning.
huh?
Into the beginning.
Yeah. We we read,
Deep end.
Deep End. I'm like looking at the title of the book on the cover, and it's not Deep End. And
It's
the
not
author
deep
had
end.
originally, no,
It's
the
not.
author had originally wanted to name the book Wet, Whet.
Wet.
Um, and the publishers denied that request, but some people took that and ran with it. So here it is as Wet by Allie Hazelwood.
Wet.
Wet. Um, you got some hand holding up here going on. Um,
We'll
on
post a
the back,
picture.
on the back it says, if you decide to go for it, I think it should be me. Also would work for me. Also
Me
would
too.
work on me 100%.
Hey,
I'd be like,
most of
okay.
what Lucas said in that book would have worked for me, okay?
Fair.
Oh my God.
Um,
I was just telling you, isn't he blonde?
oh my gosh, I don't know. Is he blonde?
I don't know, because I was just talking about Dean, and I'm like, do I like blonde men now? But is
Because
Lucas
he's
blonde?
not.
He's
Is Lucas
Swedish.
blonde? On the cover of the picture on the hardcover part, he's not blonde, so maybe he's
Okay,
not.
I'm gonna have to Google
I
this
don't
now. I can't
remember.
remember if he's
Yeah.
blonde or not.
So this is without the dust cover on it. Deep End with the two characters. And on the back it says, whenever you open this, I'm probably thinking of you. Also would work.
Yes.
So it's super cute. You open the book, you got them studying and junk.
Cute. I love that.
hmm The edges are silver. Um, and then oh, you got them making out in the study room.
I
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Um, so
can't wait to
that's
see
the
that in
heart.
person.
Yeah, this one is mine. I did not open yours. Yours is still in the bubble wrap. Um, but then the dust cover is reversible, and you can change it to not be wet, but this instead. And I also love this.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And then it says, in the palm of your hand, Scarlet, from the very start.
Also, would work on me.
Also, would work on me. So basically, I lots of things that are said in these books would work on me. Ooh. Anyways, so there you go. And I got them. The reason you're getting this book is because I got it for a steal, basically. They were doing a buy one, get one. So,
And I'm so excited because now I have the special edition copies that you got me.
mm-hmm,
I have a signed copy that I received from somebody else,
mm-hmm. This one is
not from my
also
friend.
signed.
Ooh,
This one is, yeah, also signed.
so now I have two signed copies. Look at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Look
have my
at you.
original one that has the sprayed edges that I also love. I think I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
bedazzle the sprayed edges one now that I
That'd be
have
a good
special
one to.
copies. Um,
That'd be a good one to
so
bedazzle.
I'm excited. I might end up having a freaking bookshelf, like just one shelf of deep end stuff. at this rate, which is fine because I
Um,
really, really enjoyed that book and I probably want to
yeah,
read it again now.
yeah. Um, I have a whole bookshelf of Fourth Wing stuff, but
I liked this book. I wouldn't say I
mhm,
loved this book. I liked it enough to buy a deluxe edition and have it on my
yeah,
bookshelf, like as a book
mhm,
trophy. Um, because I
yeah,
have read it twice. I did like it. I think that people judge it too harshly. The people who are giving it
mhm,
like 1 and 2 stars because they're pissed about going in blind and not having enough trigger warnings. And you can do your own research on a book. Now, the people who read it
yeah,
as an arc, they couldn't do the research. They went in blind because
yeah,
they weren't given enough information on it, and that's totally valid. Um,
mhm,
but um, I don't know. I liked it. I liked the chemistry between the two main characters. I didn't like the nicknames, but that's on me. I don't like sometimes nicknames are weird. Um,
cringy, yeah,
yes, so I didn't like the nicknames. But that's fine. That's something that you can get over. Um,
mhm,
so in several places I read that it's basically like a retelling of the others, both with Nicole Kidman, which I mentioned.
mm,
And that
yeah,
is kind of what it feels like because in that
mm,
movie, spoilers, they do it. They die like a traumatic death as well, and so they just don't know they're dead. And that's what happened
yeah,
with Kayla and Aiden. I mean, Aiden knew he was dead, and that's why he was trying to
yeah,
help her. Oh, and one of my favorite lines that's super freaking cheesy, though. By the
mhm,
way, like it was almost I wanted to be like, oh, cringe, but he said because all throughout the book the doorbell keeps ringing and there's no one there, and so
yeah,
she says something about like I'm so glad that you found me or whatever she said, and he goes, oh baby, I never left. Who do you think was ringing the doorbell? And
yeah.
I wanted that to be cringy
That's a good
so
one.
bad, but I feel like it would work on
So
me.
good. Well,
Oh.
like I really like when she's like, I really like the part where she's like, "What do you think heaven's like?" And he's like, "You," and I'm like, "You are his heaven because he's trying to get you to come to the other side, girl."
Yeah, he's trying to get you to remember what happened. So I don't know. I
Just like,
thought it was cute. When I first read it, I do remember when I first read it, I did not call the twist at all. Like I really thought that maybe she was dead but I didn't think he was
mm-hmm.
gonna be dead too. And it
Yeah,
really like the twist ending. Again, though, I still feel like it's a happily ever after, in my opinion. And
yeah.
so I
Well, that's
was
also
I was
like,
fine with the end of the book. I was happy with it.
yeah. Well, it's also like with, and it's a little bit different because like in Titanic at the end when Rose dies of old age, she meets Leo on the staircase of the Titanic. Like she's
That's also a
she's
happily ever after.
old.
They end up
Well,
going off into the sunset together.
yes,
Like
yes,
I feel like
yes,
if they're
but people
meeting
get
to
upset
spend
about
eternity
that.
together,
Yes, but people get upset about that because she went on and had this great life and had these children and grandkids with this other man who she's
no,
just like, screw you, man, I'm going with Leo.
the year that it
I'm
was
just
and
telling
the
you.
age
I'm
that
just
she
telling
was,
you.
these people are not thinking about what year it was and the age that she was and what women had to do in that time to survive. So yeah, she went on to have a great life.
I agree.
And she went on to have
I'm just
children.
saying.
I'm sure she wanted children and she went on to have
Hmm.
all those things, but she still had that one love that she never got to live life out with. And so that's what
Yeah.
she's doing in her
No.
afterlife.
Which I mean, which I get. I get. I'm just telling you that the reason
Also, she
people
had
maybe not
all
think
these
this is a
long
happily.
years. I mean, I guess that is true because I see it as a happily ever after based on other things I've read and other things that I've watched and all this
Hmm.
other stuff. They get to spend eternity together. That's a happily ever
Yeah.
after. But some people are like, oh
Yeah.
my God, they're both dead. That's not a happily ever after. They're both dead. And I'm
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I don't give a shit if they're both dead. They're
Yeah. No.
spending their afterlife together. It's fine with
Yeah.
me.
I agree. I agree. I think it was a happily ever after. I wouldn't think when I'm reading it, I wasn't like, ugh, this is how this book ends. I was like, oh yeah, they're together.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, one of my
you
other
know.
questions I had. If you had to
Mhm.
be the main female character in this book, Would you
Hmm.
survive it? I mean, you're dead anyway, but would you would you make it through?
No.
No, me either. This is
No,
not my
I
ideal situation.
no, I barely could keep my life together now. Do you think I'm gonna keep it together when I'm a ghost?
Oh my gosh. I also was thinking about this, talking about one of the things that I was thinking about is if you were in the last book you read, would you survive it? And I started thinking about Deep End and her schedule.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Her
God.
schedule her schedule is pretty crazy.
I would
Her
not
schedule's
survive
pretty
that book
crazy.
either.
Yeah.
I would love to have a Lucas in some of the scenes, but in her schedule, no thank you. I'm pass.
No, her
Also, I'm not diving off a diving board. I don't care if it's the little
no.
one, the big one. It's not, I don't care if it's the side of the pool. I'm not diving into the pool.
No, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like I get when the TikToks show up of like people diving into pools, like from like
No,
the really tall one, I'm like
no.
it causes
Mm-mm,
my anxiety
mm-mm.
so much. I crash out.
So, in
It's
case you
like,
were
what are you
wondering,
doing?
I wouldn't survive Deep
I
End
wouldn't be able to do
either.
that. No,
And in
no.
case you're wondering, I wouldn't do Paradise Problem either. I'm out. I'm gonna pass on that one. What else? What else have we read?
Okay, so I wouldn't survive Deep End. I wouldn't survive. I probably wouldn't survive Paradise Problem. I would have mouthed off a lot sooner than she did to the family. um, and wouldn't survive Pen Pal, obviously. I'm
What
already.
else have we read?
What else have we read? Paradise Problem. We read. Oh, Wallbanger.
Oh, I would
Would
survive
you survive
Wallbanger.
Wallbanger? Yeah, I would
Whatever.
survive Wallbanger too. It's like a regular life story.
Most of that
Oh, The
book, she's
Perfect
upset.
Marriage and The Perfect Divorce. Would you survive
Oh,
those?
uh, no.
Me neither. Sarah would come after us and we'd be like, "You right." My bad.
Actually, I could pass as I could survive as Anne. Right, that's her name? The secretary?
What? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'd like to be Anne in those books.
Yeah. She was super cool. Super chill. So low key. Um, let's see. Oh, Hello Single Dad. I would survive that.
Oh, I would survive that as well.
Hello
And then
Fake
the next
Boyfriend. I
one,
would
yeah,
survive that as well.
I would survive that one too. So, oh, okay. I'm down for those two.
Yes. What else have we read? What else have
Um,
we read?
I'm gonna do a hard pass on Haunting Adeline, which we did not read for this,
Oh,
but
we did
I have
not read
read it.
that.
Pass,
Mm-hmm.
pass. I'm not surviving that one at all ever. Because what the fuck?
Yeah.
What else had I read
Yeah. No.
recently? Um, oh, I read a book called Love Me, Stalk Me. Love
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
Oh, what about Lights Out? Would you survive Lights Out?
Yes,
I would survive all of the
yes.
Elsie Silver books.
Oh no, no,
All
wait,
of
wait, wait.
them.
I would not survive being a nurse though. She's an ER nurse,
Um,
and I'm gonna do a hard pass
no.
on that.
Yeah, no, thank you. But I would survive. I would survive all of
I
the
would
Elsie Silver
survive
books.
the second one, Caught Up, because she's a content creator,
Oh,
and
okay.
I feel like I could do
Okay.
that just fine.
Nice. Nice. I'm trying to think what else I've read.
I do not have Lauren's body, however, but if I was in that body in the book, like if my
Uh-huh.
mind went into that book, I could survive
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm down.
Perfect.
I'm
That's
not
great.
surviving Lights Out because she is an ER nurse and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I
Um,
can't do that either. I
because
work with ER
nurses are
nurses.
magical people. They're
They're
like
insane.
magical people. I'm not
They're
doing it.
magical. They're magical, but they're insane. I know this one guy I work with, um he works at this one hospital. He has a few jobs, but he works at this one hospital um and I was there for my sister and I was like, "Hey, are you at this hospital today?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm downstairs playing in the ER bays or in the trauma bays." And I was like, "You're doing what?" He's like, I'm playing in the trauma base. And I was like, I don't think people play there.
Amazing people,
No,
I'm out.
they are amazing, and I respect what they do. I appreciate that they enjoy
I could
what they do,
never.
but I could not do it.
And then I haven't
Mm-mm.
finished the third one in that series, Game
Mm-hmm.
On. I haven't finished that one. I've only gotten
Mm-hmm.
in like 15 chapters or something. So I need to finish that one, but
Gotcha.
it's back on Libby. But I have another
Mm.
series that I also wouldn't survive, but I really love, and it's the Ruinous Love series trilogy, which is the Black Butcher and Blackbird,
Mm.
Leather and Lark, and
Yeah.
Scythe and Sparrow. And then the next set of the trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
it's like those books are here, and then these books are kind of like they're connected, but to the side, right?
Oh, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so tourist season came out last year, I think, and harvest season came out this year, and so I need to start that one as well. Wouldn't survive any of those either.
Mm. Yeah.
It's serial killers falling in love with serial killers. I'm not
Yeah.
killing anybody. Sorry, pass.
Me neither. Hard pass. Um, what was I gonna say? Okay. Yes, agreed. So next we're gonna read The Deal.
The Deal by Ellie, or is it just L?
L. I think it's just L. L. Kennedy.
Okay, L
Um,
Kennedy. I have
which
already
if
downloaded
you've
it and I have already started it.
okay, I'm starting it tonight, because I was supposed to be going to a music festival this weekend, and I'm not doing that anymore because it got postponed. I was gonna see Riley Green this weekend, and now I don't get to. Um, it's fine. Whatever. I saw him last week.
Sad day. You'll see him in a few months too.
Huh?
You'll see him in a few months too.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll see him again in a few months. I was just anyways, I'm really bummed about that, but everybody be safe. That is the most important thing, and the
Yeah,
rain is supposed to be redonkulous in North Alabama this week. Um,
freaking
so
crazy.
anyways, huh?
I said it's freaking crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And I think that, like, I mean, it has been raining a lot, so I think part of the problem is that they couldn't build the stages. Like, if they hadn't had the stages built already before the rain just muddied everything up, I think that'd be a different story. But I don't think they've been able to build the stages. Um, but anyways, it's whatever. Um, maybe I'll get to go next year. But um,
I hope so.
we're gonna read The Deal by Al Kennedy. If you have been living under a rock, it's the new hockey romance series on Amazon Prime. I have watched this show twice since it came out.
Um, so I'm reading The Deal,
I love
and then
it.
I'm going to
I love
rewatch
it.
Off Campus. But
I
I
think
don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
read
rewatch it until I'm done reading The
until
Deal because it is
okay.
different already. I am 12, I think
Mm-hmm.
12 chapters in, and it is already quite different. So,
Yes.
we need to remember that the show is just an adaptation of the book, and it's not like a
Mm-hmm.
scene by
It's
scene
not like
recreation.
yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
what pisses people off sometimes is that it's not like an exact copy of the book, and I'm like, they can't
Mm-hmm.
do that. They can't do that.
They
It's an
can't do that.
adaptation.
There's just not enough. Anyway, it is an adaptation, but I think she like agreed to everything that they changed and stuff.
It was really
Like I think she
good.
was like
Like,
an active. It was so good.
yeah, I think it was. I think it's gonna. It's different, but not so different so far. The
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
one of the main differences is Justin Cole is a football player in the book, not a musician.
Mm,
And so I'm not sure what that change is
yeah.
about yet. Maybe it'll explain something later on in the book that made it like
Yeah.
more adaptable to the TV version to make him a musician instead of a football player. I don't know, but he's a
Yeah.
football player right now.
Hmm. Um,
So, I'm excited. I think
I'm
12 to 15
excited.
chapters in. I'm not exactly sure how far in I am, but I'm going to be listening to
Yeah.
it over the next couple days at work.
Yeah. I will be reading it because I will be doing nothing since my plans got canceled.
Are you
And I
off
was like,
work?
mm-hmm. I wasn't going. Yes. So I have to take my car to the shop tomorrow, and
I don't want to go in a car accident.
We don't have to talk about
Yeah.
that. We're not gonna talk about that. Um, I'm fine. I did not hit anyone else.
That's good though.
Yeah. So anyways, it's just been a headache. My anxiety's been shot, and I've
Yeah.
cried a lot the last few days. I was talking to my mom as she was on her way home from jury duty, and just was like crying, and she's like, "Kimber, it's okay." Because my mom will be coming to town, and I don't want to be like rushing to clean everything up right before she gets here.
Yeah. Clean a little as you
Um,
go.
so yeah, I'm doing that so that way she can teach me how to sew our outfits. Because guess who is going to see Riley Green later this year together? Bookworm besties take on Riley Green, cowboy as it gets. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna
Now,
love
I will
it.
say, I'm going to have to listen to Riley Green before he comes out here and we go to this concert
Um,
because I don't know any of his songs.
um, yes, you are gonna have to do that. But he does have a new album coming out September 18th.
Okay.
So you'll have some
Might
new
have to,
music also.
I might have to play, I might have to listen to his music a little bit while I'm
Hmm.
working over the next few months. Um,
Months before we go see him.
over the next few months until
Well, we'll see you guys next time with The Deal. So read it or what? Read it, and watch the TV
you
show.
have
Just
to
do
read
all of the
it.
things. Read
Watch the
it.
TV show and read it, not in that
Hmm.
order necessarily, but do
In
both.
whatever order your heart desires.
Yeah, whatever.
We're not here to
Do
judge.
it concurrently. I don't care. I'm not going to do it
Yeah.
concurrently, but if you want to do it concurrently, go for it.
Go for it. We have lots and lots to talk about on that one already.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
anyways,
another
hey,
thing, and I
yeah,
forgot something. And
yeah,
I forgot something that pissed me off in Pen Pal.
and Pen Pal, yeah.
Yes. So she's
What?
a literature major, right?
Mm-hmm.
She majored in literature in college. And
Mm-hmm.
out of all those literature classes she would have had to take, she didn't know what an anagram was or what
Oh.
the Divine Comedy was. I mean, I don't know what the Divine. I've never heard of that. Well, I heard of Dante's Inferno, so I mean, I had heard of the Divine Comedy, but I did not know anything about it because I didn't read it, and I also didn't major in literature.
Hmm.
But she majored in literature and didn't know what the Divine Comedy
Hmm.
was or what an
That's a
anagram
good
was. That's
point.
weird.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is weird. That is
That's
weird.
my that's my 2 cents.
Well,
Um, me.
next time is The Deal, and thank you guys for tuning in. Beware of trigger warnings. If you are very cautious about your trigger warnings, read them. Find out where to get them.
Yeah. Research a book's trigger warnings before you read it. This one has some
We
pretty
don't.
significant scenes. No, we don't. We don't, and we probably should. I
We
did not
probably
read the
should.
trigger warnings before hopping right into Haunting Adeline, and that was a mistake.
Mm,
I'm traumatized from
yeah.
that book, honestly.
I don't know if that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
bye, besties.
Bye.